So the bottom line is everything is going to be difficult and complex, and we need to move. So our recommendation, when you're looking at the governance structure and the decision-making process in the EU, and it's agreed that it's a complex one, speed it up wherever you can. Spain has started with using a provision in the treaty of moving with the coalition of the willing to move aggressively on some capital markets or savings investment union reform. We also suggest to look into where you can make decision-making easier by using majority voting. But that is also a recommendation for the future, because when the union becomes bigger and views become more diverse, you need to look at the governance structure and the decision-making process. So that's something also for the longer term. In the short term, our recommendation is also be smart in terms of how you are making decisions on reforms and how you start rolling them out. One suggestion we have is bundling of reforms. One of the big issues and explanations policymakers need to do domestically is, why do we care about these EU reforms? Why do I need to go against some of the interests in my country which are expecting to lose out as part of the reforms? So we put a bundle of reforms together on the EU reform side. It's really a down payment of the reforms we have been suggesting that over the next 10 years would provide a boost to the level of GDP of 3%. And we look country by country of who would win, who would lose. And the fantastic news is there are no losers. The country who will gain least gets a boost in GDP level of 2%. The country who gains most gets an increase in 5%. Everybody wins. And that is something policymakers need to think about on how to overcome resistance. We have fantastic examples in Europe with regard to how to implement structural reforms and deal with the political economy dialogue. We have many countries who were very successful doing this, looking at the timing of reforms, the sequencing of reforms, the communication part. And peers need to learn from each other, and that is an important part in terms of overcoming these obstacles and moving and acting on all these reform proposals, which, based on Draghi and Letta, most policymakers actually agree to.
Thanks so much.